So right here I'm just showing y'all the wig. The combs that come inside is a 13x6. The parting, how broken up this hair came. Like, this is ridiculous how this wig came. I was so frustrated when I seen that wig. I was like, what? Like, why did they send me a wig and the frontal part is so broke? Like, it wasn't even even. It wasn't even even, but I tried my best to make this wig work. But right here, I'm just washing through the hair with the purple shampoo. The purple shampoo is supposed to tone down, like get all that yellow out of it. Y'all, when I started washing this wig, it started turning, like, some parts started turning gray. Like, from the beginning of me doing my hair, it was a mess. So right here, I'm just about to put on my stocking cap. Oh Lord, my forehead's so big. Oh my God. So I'm about to cut holes in the ears, just so my ear can fit and cap can lie flat. But I had to take my earrings out because my ear wouldn't fit. But just cut a little small tiny hole and then stretch your ears through the hole, so it can lie flat whenever you do the ball cap method, and it gonna lie flat like around the ear part. Cause if it don't lie flat, it's gonna come up. And I could not find my Got2b spray for nothing in the world, so I had to use that Tresemme spray. And honestly, I don't even know where I got that spray from. So right here, I'm actually just using a Got2b gel, and I'm putting it all over where I put the spray at, because I never used that spray before. I just want to make sure that the cap is going to stay and it's going to stick to my forehead. And then I'm going to just blow dry it a little bit until it dry, or at least to get hard. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put my foundation on top. And the foundation I'm using was actually a concealer. I couldn't find my foundation because I'm in a process of moving, and for some reason I just couldn't find nothing. Like, I couldn't find my Got2b spray, I couldn't find my clips, I couldn't find nothing. So I just had to make this work. And I wasn't going back to the store to go get no foundation. Like, no, I'm gonna find it, but I just had to make this work. So I'm just putting it all around the cap, just to give it that, the ball cap effect whenever I cut the cap in the front. And whenever you do it, just make sure that the cap is dry from the Tresemme spray and the glue before you put the foundation on top. So right here, I'm just cutting off the cap. And once I cut off the cap, you're going to see it's going to look like I got a bald head. And it kind of matches a little bit, but not as much as the foundation that I usually use. But like I said, I just had to make it work because I was already annoyed. So whenever you cutting the cap, just make sure that you're taking your time when you do it. Like, don't rush to do it, because you're going to mess up and you're going to cut yourself. Like, you're going to see a couple of times I'm going to flinch because I'm trying to rush to take this cap off because I almost cut myself. But whenever I do the ball cap method, I usually spray on the cap at least to, like, my eyebrows. As y'all can see, the cap is almost touching my eyebrows, but that's just so I can lift the cap and pull back and cut, just to make sure that it's sticking to my forehead, because I'd rather do too much than not enough and then the whole cap just come apart. Because you can pull the cap back. Like, as you can see, I'm pulling the cap back and I'm cutting more and more off my forehead. And now it's starting to look baldish. And you can do it to your liking. Some people like to wear their frontals on their forehead. I don't. So that's why I'm pushing the cap back as much as I can. And I have a big forehead, but I don't know. Like, I do it enough to cover some of it, but I don't have it sitting on my forehead. And I'm just cutting the excess cap off. And you see, it look bald. So right here, I'm just about to just try to make sure that the wig fits my head before I actually glue it down. Because if it don't fit and I glue it down, then I have to make adjustments, then it's just gonna be a hot mess. So I'm just making sure that everything is aligning right. And I'm not even sure if I put the combs, if I connect the combs, but I'm just pushing all the hair back, and then I'm gonna use the spray just so I won't have no flyaways in the front whenever I'm putting the cap down. Because if you put the cap down and you have hair just sticking out, the hair is gonna connect to the glue, and you're gonna be pulling glue out. You're gonna be pulling hair out the glue the whole time, like. So it's just best to push the hair back just so it won't get in the glue as you're laying your lace down. Just making sure that everything aligns and it's gonna fit right where I want it to fit. So I'm gonna just push it back and get the Ghost Bond. I use that glue. I used to use the Ghost Bond or the Got To Be glue, but the Ghost Bond, it just sticks well for me and it stays a whole lot longer. And I'm using a popsicle stick just to smear it out, because just smear it out, make sure everything is even. And I usually use 3 layers whenever I'm doing this. It just depends on your liking or how long you wear your wigs. I wear my wigs up to 2 weeks, so I use 3 layers. If you a person that don't like to wear your wigs that long, use 1 layer, or just use the Got To Be gel, so you can take it off every night. And I'm just blow drying it a little bit, just so the white's not gonna show. So you blow dry it till it's clear but not dry, because you want it to be tacky so the lace can actually stick. And I just use the comb while I'm doing this, just to press it in while I'm laying it into the glue. Like, I just use the comb just to press it in. And I'm just making sure my ear is around the wig, because if your wig lay on your ear, it's gonna annoy you. Like, it's gonna hurt. And it's just, no, you don't want your wig laying on your ear. Just make sure your ear is fitting around the wig. So I'm gonna just blow dry it a little bit, just so it can, just a little bit, so it can dry. And I kind of like make sure it's in place before I put my scarf down, because I don't want to put my scarf on it and it's not really in place, and then when I put the scarf on it thinking that it's melting in the wrong spot. So that's why I blow dry it a little bit, and then I put my scarf, and I leave the lace on there because I cut it after the fact. Bro, I was having the hardest time, bro. So I let the scarf sit on my head for like 30 minutes. Y'all, look at this how. And it kind of air dried a little bit on its own. Look at this hair, y'all. Like, look at the ends. Like, this hair was a mess from the jump. Like, the hair was a mess from the jump. The ends of the hair is so frizzy. It's so thin. This is my thing. If they send you a bob, my thing is, it should be cut into a bob. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it wasn't cut into a bob, like, because it's so thin. It's not even full. It's not full to the ends. Like, the back is okay, but it's the front part where the frontal is. I don't know, but yo, I'm never ordering from this company again. But whenever y'all cutting y'all lace, just make sure y'all try to do it in a zigzag motion. Right here, I couldn't see what I was doing, I guess because I was trying to make sure I was in the camera, and I could not cut it. Look how irritated I am. I could not cut that lace zigzag for nothing. Like, for some reason it was still coming out straight. I don't know, like, I don't know if I was just tired, or I was just trying to get this over with. Like, I was trying my best. So right here, I'm just cutting the lace from around my ear. I'm gonna show y'all on the other side because I can't really, the camera's not really showing how I'm doing it on this side. So once I switch over to the other side, y'all gonna see it better. And thank God this wig actually fit my head, so I didn't have to part through the lace front to cut around my ear, because the wig actually fit. I don't know. I'm so bad at explaining things, y'all. Like, but I'm gonna show y'all. I'm about to show y'all. You see, it's just straight lace that's around my ear. Everything else just fits. Sometimes the wig is a little bigger, and the lace front will sit on my ear, so I have to part through the lace front and then cut that excess off. But y'all, I didn't have my clips. Like, I had to use a twisty tie to hold my hair because I couldn't see. Like, I don't know where none of my hair supplies went. Like, I couldn't find anything. I don't know. Maybe it's in my trunk still. I'm still moving, but I don't know. Look, right here, I'm just using the Tresemme spray on my edges, cause the glue, like, it still had lace that didn't stick to the glue, so I'm just using the Tresemme just to lay it down some more. And then I'm gonna come and do my edges, which I was having another hard time doing. Like, whenever I was putting the gel on the blonde hair, it's like it was getting transparent. Like, I could not see, like, it was like see-through. And I was like, bro, where this hair, I can't see how I'm doing my edges. Like, I don't even know if it's coming out right because it's see-through. Like, I was like, bro, this hair is ridiculous. Like, I had 613 hair before, but I had it from the black roots to 613. I never had it like this, so maybe, I don't know. I'm not used to this, but I was trying my best to do my edges and my pull comb. Look at my comb. I had my comb sitting on the counter and next to my hot comb, and it melted. Like, it was all messed up. Like, it got all messed up. Y'all gonna see I'm gonna end up flipping my comb because I had enough. Look. Oh man. So after I do my edges, I just come back with a scarf, and then I wrap the scarf around my head just so it can lay and melt as much as possible, and I call it a night. So this is the end results from the same night. I didn't even flat iron it or anything. Like, I was just trying to play with it to see if I liked it. And then right here, I kind of flat ironed it a little bit. This was the next day. Like, I was like, man, I'm going to work with a hat on. Like, I was so annoyed with this hair. But I end up the next day after kind of messing with it a little bit, and I kind of like it. But as y'all can see in the front, like, it's not full. But thank you guys for watching.